Welcome back to Titan Vans. I'm Matt, and today we're going to be showcasing a brand new custom build straight out of our production facility here in Boulder, Colorado. The chassis, this is a 2019 Sprinter, 170 wheelbase, and this is the 4x4 model. Up on top of the van, we have a single fan for this unit with a 170. Very often you can't do two fans. We opted just for one fan on this one, and a 300 watt solar panel up on top. Inside, if you guys want to come check it out, we'll start to do a quick tour of this guy and give you guys kind of the overview of what we got going on. So right off the bat, you'll see the two-person bench seat. Nice little hangout zone. This is not a DOT approved seat. This is just for hanging out, hosting, that sort of thing, doing some work on the tabletop here, but no seat belts in this guy, just a hangout zone. So the tabletop here is a Lagoon table system, and what's kind of nice about these is you get a lot of different articulation, and then you do have the adjustment handles here to be able to move it up and down and then rotate and put it in and out, and then you can kind of torque those down when you get on the road. So move this into a lot of different positions. Use them with the front seat up front or on the couch here, but gives you lots of options as far as that guy goes. And this is a great use of the Lagoon system on these kind of lower bench seats like this. Down below, we have our electrical system, so kind of just our access panel here. So down below, we have our battery switch, our 12-volt fuse block, solar charge controller, and then our large fuses in here for the alternator, charging relay, and the inverter. And all of that is actually housed underneath the seat here. So we have our inverter, battery, and all of our electrical housed neatly underneath this little cabinet here. To kind of rotate around, you guys will see underneath the passenger seat, we have a Webasto furnace installed. This is the Evo 40 model. So it's the larger unit, and it's actually the mid-size unit of the Webasto. They have the 2000 STC, the Evo 40, and then the Evo 55. Those are all their furnace models. This is the Evo 40, which is a great size for a 170 van. If you're gonna be in a lot of cold climates, bumping up to that Evo 55 is a great option, but the Evo 40 puts out a lot of heat, keep you nice and cozy in those winter months. Here you can see we got some window shades installed, so you'll see one that's clipped in over here on the driver's side window, and we have these for the passenger side as well. These magnet on, so we got magnets in all the edges. These are designed for the 4x4 models with handles here, so that has a cutout here for the grab handle on the door. These do come, we make these in a two-wheel drive model, and we sell all of these individually, so you can buy each window kind of a la carte depending on what you have, and we have them designed for the C.R. Lawrence windows, also for factory windows if you just have the solid glass, and those work the same way. Just a kind of a pleated insulated window shade, kind of just folds up and stows away, and then just clips right in, and you install some magnets along the frame there. So check those out if you guys are interested in some nice window shades. We do have them in different colors, stitching, all customizable. So moving on, we'll slide around here towards the back side of the van, and we'll talk about the kitchen and some of the cabinets. So here we have our kitchen unit. This is a fixed unit, does not come in and out, but stays in. Have 3 drawers here, some nice large storage drawers, and all marine latches. It's very similar to all of our other builds. If you've seen some of our other videos, we utilize these latches pretty frequently. Up top might be a little hard to see from there, but we have a double and burner induction cooktop. You want to get a close-up shot of that. So 2 burners. This is powered directly off the battery, so our rigs are pretty much entirely electric. Speaking of the battery, this is a 300 amp hour lithium ion battery, and the inverter is a 2000 watt inverter. So this guy on high pulls about 1800 watts, so our 2000 watt inverter is 2000 watt continuous, so it's good to go. And again, this runs directly off the battery. The inverter converts it from DC power to AC power, and sends power directly to this unit, as well as to all the outlets and the microwave up here up top. So What's really nice about these induction cooktops is the cooktop surface doesn't actually get hot. We use these in pretty much all of our builds. They work great. They're extremely efficient, extremely fast to heat up. And one really nice function of it is as soon as you take that pan off, the cooktop is almost instantaneously hot because it's not actually the cooktop that is getting hot. It uses magnets and induces heat in the pan. So it's only the pan that's actually getting hot, not the cooktop. So as soon as you take that pan away, that thing's gonna cool down and give you a workable counter surface really quickly, and you don't have to worry about burning stuff or setting it back on top. So the fridge down below here, it's an isotherm fridge. We utilize these in our builds. This is a marine fridge. It's got some really nice features in it, some little retainer tabs here you can slide around, depending on what kind of condiments you got or beers or whatever. A little freezer up top, and then some different little flip compartments so you can store some taller stuff as well. So really nice units, extremely efficient. These are DC powered, so they tie directly into the battery. You don't have to have the inverter on. You don't need shore power. They run very quiet, very little energy draw. We love these units here, so highly recommend these guys. Overhead cabinet, we did a lot of overhead cabinetry in this guy, so they got a lot of storage. All gas lift on all these guys. And then the microwave here in the center. So this is powered directly off the battery as well. Utilizes that inverter to get power. And the cabinets are mirrored across the center line here. So we got kind of bookended with these larger cabinets here, a little bit smaller center cab, and we put some little under cab lighting in. So some nice direct lighting here. It just has a single switch, just a touch button switch right there to turn off and on. But some really nice task lighting, so when you're cooking, get some nice lighting there. Speaking of lighting, we got our overhead lights here. So we have 8 puck lights overhead. And we actually have 3 locations that you can control these lights from. So right here on the B column. So we got a little push button right here, small black button here. So one click to turn off and on. And then if you press and hold, it will actually dim the lights. And what's nice about the dimmer modules that we use is when you turn the lights off and then turn them back on, it actually has a memory. So it'll remember that last known light level and go back to that. So all the switches have the same functionality. One here at the B column. We actually have one up in the dash for the driver to use. And then we have one all the way in the back of the van up by the bed so you can control those lights when you're up there snuggling in for the night. So one more seat back here. You guys might have seen this as I was walking around. This is a single person fold-away seat. So this is a DOT approved seat. It bolts down through the floor. It is not removable. This is a fixed seat, but it is modular, so you do get a lot of space back when not in use. And when you're ready to set it up, simply just push on the yellow latch there. It flips down, push on it again, and the backrest flips up. So a little jumper seat, great if you just need a passenger quick. You want that extra ability to travel with somebody legally. So it does have a 3-point harness, DOT approved. Little armrest here, and when not in use, just fold it back up out of the way. Up top here we have our control panel, pretty much identical to some of our other systems that we use. So this is kind of our standard control panel that we utilize. So we have the inverter control. This will turn the inverter off and on. You can then distribute power to all of the different appliances that require 120 volt AC power. We have a microwave, the induction cooktop, and then all of our outlets. So we have an outlet on the kitchen, we have one back by the bed, and we actually have one outside the van as well. Here we have the Webasto control. So this is the temperature set dial here, so you can dial in the temperature. This does not actually read temperature here. We actually have an auxiliary temp sensor coming off the unit up towards the front, but this will set your temperature, so it's more of a thermostat, and then the actual temp sensor is back by the unit. This small guy here is actually our BMV, so this is our battery monitoring system. So it gives us a lot of great information, current voltage of the battery, gives us amperage both in and out, it tells us temperature of the battery. So with lithium ion, you have to be more mindful of the temperature. Lithium ions don't like to get too hot, and they don't like to get too cold. So we have this to monitor it, and the BMV here also will trigger a heating pad on the battery if the temperature starts to get too low, so we can try and bring that temperature of the battery back up to help to deal with those cold temperatures. So that's main control, and then the last little guy here is just our fan. So you do have a remote control for the fan, and there's also all the exact same buttons to operate the fan are on it as well. So, all right, so now the bed. The bed system, we designed this as a 3-piece platform bed system. We couldn't really have any cabinetry underneath because this was actually designed to carry recumbent bikes, which are really large. They got the 2 wheels in the front, single wheel in the back, and they take up a lot of cargo space. So we designed this van with a lot of excess space underneath. Gives it ample room to get those bikes in and out and get them strapped down. So the bed system is a 3-part bed. You got 3 different sections to the cushion. Toss that guy back, and then each platform itself is its own independent section. These guys are pinned in, they go wall to wall. It's about 80-ish inches long, so about 6 foot 4 inches long, and right around 70 inches wide. So pretty big bed, plenty comfortable for 2 people. And if you do need it out of your way, this is fully removable. Each section can be removed. They have some set pins on the side. So there are 4 set pins per platform. And to release it, simply pull the pins back, and that will release the entire mechanism. And then rotate them back, and you can hear them clip in there, and that locks the platforms down. So you can stack these on top of each other, strap them down, get them out of the way when not in use, or fully remove them out of the van if you want to get a full kind of cargo van back, or just leave it set up all the time. So this is designed to kind of be in place all the time and still have functionality of all of the equipment and kitchen, seat, all of that stuff still in use even with the bed out. So the Mosquito Net here, so this is a new product for us that we designed for these guys. Really nice, simple design. It snaps in around. We just got some little tie backs that hold it back. You can snap these little clips in here across the top. Same on the other side. And then these guys just have magnets all the way down. So to get in and out, just open it up. The magnets help to snap it back together and keep the bugs out during the nighttime use. You can have the lights on, have some nice airflow. And we did one here on the slider door as well as on the back doors. So let's jump around to the outside. We'll go to the back doors and kind of show you guys that. And yeah, check out some more stuff. So same design on these the back door bug net as well. We did some snaps all the way around the outside, so they can be fully removed if you want them out of the way. The snaps stay on the walls, but the middle is all magnets all the way up, and so you can just kind of pull that guy open if you need to get in and out, and then they snap back together when you're ready to close it up. You can see back here we have the L-track. Tuck these back out of the way. And yeah, it's kind of nice as those magnets will kind of stick back, so you can kind of clip them to the doors when you're out of the way. L-track down here below, so big open cargo area. We got some quick release mechanisms here. So they pop in and out, little D-rings, so you can get some straps on there, so when the bikes go in, strap the bikes down with some bungees or ratchet straps, keep them from moving, and come in and out of the van. Really nice and easy. You can view underneath the bed here. So nice clean design, simple rail system, 3 platforms. You can see all the kind of clip mechanisms underneath there. Also kind of that floating rail system, so we really like to keep that clean, so we reinforced behind the wall paneling to install those bed rails so it's nice and solid, bolts through in steel, and we welded and riveted all of that in behind the wall paneling. So Right on. Well, that's pretty much it for this guy. We hope you guys liked the video. If you got any questions, comments, remember to subscribe and click that like button down below. We appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more.